I don't know what that was, but okay. What up, everybody? This is your boy DJ Mixmaster, and welcome back to Soulcalibur VI. Last video, we ended up doing quite a bit of story. Ended up running into our friend Haran and Yagan, but the astral chaos ended up consuming him. His brother, we met, and he asked us to kill him, but I just couldn't do it. So right now, he's tied up, and maybe we got some help from him. Help for him, hopefully, from a unlikely source. But that was last video, and this will be this video. So last video, I did a bunch of story, not that many side quests. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go ahead and start on this 5-ring Zihan, and maybe do some more by exploring. So let's go ahead and get started. Things were slowly returning to normal in Yagan. As I walked through the town, I saw a man, possibly a merchant, who was being assailed by a group of masked ruffians. Desperate, he sought my help. And what the hell is you? Is that a face? I can't even tell. Alright, anywho. Conditions. Only vertical attacks are effective. Defeat your opponent. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. Back in Yangon, it seemed as though life was beginning to return to normal. The people were finally starting to recover from the tragedy. Who are you? Huh? What are you doing? I heard voices coming from an alleyway up ahead. It sounded like trouble. A man dressed like a merchant came running out moments later. His slight form and hesitant gait made it clear he was not the source of any violence. Oh, thank goodness, a warrior! Please, save me! The merchant moved to cower behind me just as a masked man, oh, it was a mask, stepped out of the alley. I found a weapon pointed at me. Oh, that was one of them face. Okay, that looked weird from the picture. Hand him over, or you'll regret it. Battle 1. Fight. Goodbye. Oh, not enough. Haha. Woo! What? Woo! Get wrecked, homie. That was lethal. Ah, I owe you a great debt. Please, let me make it up to you somehow. The man introduced himself as Zihad and led me to a tea house by a waterway. My family's business is in connecting mercenaries with clients. We also help find people, bodyguards, and the like. To cut the chase, we're not exactly legitimate, so we operate a front to keep our more lucrative business out of sight. And just so you know, we're called the 5 Rings. We run this city, or at least we used to. Dion sighed and sipped at his tea. In our line of work, violence is only natural, right? Well, our syndicate is accustomed to dealing with it. and pretty good at dishing it out too. But recently my father Cohen disappeared. Cohen, a name I was familiar with. As you could probably guess by looking at me, I'm not one for fighting, so I don't command the respect that my father did. Since he went missing, my men have been deserting in droves. It seemed like Zihun would never stop complaining, so I interrupted by asking about the masked man. Oh, he's one of the Silver Tigers. That's Ling Pei's gang. They run a town a few days' journey from here, and they have a real grudge against my father. They'll take any chance they can to get to cause trouble. I know they still got plenty of tricks in store for us, but I'm glad you were there to foil them today. Thanks again. Xion smiled at me. He certainly didn't act like the heir of a powerful crime family. I couldn't help but feel worried about him. I felt a connection between us, at least because of Kongwei, and decided to check up on him again if the opportunity presented itself. Alright, and our reward. Let's see. Let's go to the recruitment agency, see if I can get somebody. Okay, so we have... Okay, what the... Who takes a picture like that? So, we either... I'm going to go with Zaslamel. I could go with Yasi and have a mercenary with the same style as I do, but it probably wouldn't be fun. There we go. There's another trophy for using a mercenary in placement of ourselves. So that'll be for later. For now, let's go ahead and continue with the story. Departure. Preparations complete. All that was left to do was depart. Haran was silent. The medicine had put him into some sort of deep slumber. Hey Axton, did Haru tell you the news? According to Mitsurugi, the chaos in Yangon had abated. I'll be staying in Yangon. A ship should leave for Japan eventually. It seemed this was where Mitsurugi and I would part ways. I want to go with you, but with this injury, please help my brother. Haru saw us off as we left for Lingsheng Su. So long, Axton, until we meet again. Safe journey, and take care. Alright, now we're entering Wucheng. Interrogations. I headed towards Lingsheng Su with the comatose Haran in tow, but ran into a group of soldiers on the road. Given my situation, the last thing I needed was any trouble, but that's what I got. Conditions. You have reduced health and your opponent has increased defense. Defeat them. Okay. The large Tachi. So same as me. So let's go ahead and keep me in the battle. Let's start. Hey, stop there. You came from Yangon, right? Everyone leaving Yangon must submit to a thorough investigation. What's that you have there? Show me at once. Before I had a chance to protest, the soldier ripped open the cloth, revealing Haran. What the? Master Huron? What did you do to him? You'll pay for this! Seize him!
Battle 1. Fight!
I didn't do anything to your master! I'm trying to save him!
Ready? This not over.
Woo! Okay.
Battle 2. Fight!
Okay, yeah. What?
I won't retreat.
I don't know what that was, but okay. Damn you! You're too strong! In an attempt to calm the soldier, I told him I was a friend of Haru's. I explained what happened to Haran and what I was hoping to do. So, he's not dead? It's all so hard to believe, but you're right. He has a pulse. Master Haran taught me martial arts. Haru's a friend, too. The soldier went quiet for a while, then nodded slightly and put away his sword. Okay, I believe you. You can go. Master Haran's fate is in your hands. Thank you. Okay, let's do a little exploring of the area. Let's go down here while we're at it. What is it? Level 14. Memories of Drona. The heroic Hong Yi. Okay, that's fine. A cost of only 210. I have more than enough. Let's do it. Nope. Arrived. I headed to Sichun to see Hong Yi, the woman who had stolen Master Drona's heart. His shoddy map made the journey 10 times more difficult than it needed to be, but I still managed to arrive at what looked like the right place. Conditions. Throws do more damage, and break attacks always cause guard crushes. Defeat your opponent. Alright. Let's see. Got, looks like 2 enemies. First is Nima, using Kilik. The second enemy, Dawa, with the Quilong. That is Shanghua. Alright, just the 2 of you? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Jordan was absolutely terrible with directions. I struggled to make head or tail of the map he gave me, eventually fighting my way through all of his cartographical mistakes and arriving at the house in question. I was a week late. When I asked if Hong Yi was at home, I was shown to a spacious parlor. I apologize for not getting up. I injured my leg on the battlefield. Hong Yi was seated on a stool, one leg propped up. Standing next to her were her children, the twins Nima and Dawa. Drona? I don't remember him. So, you want to fight me? I nodded. Aha! Wow! You must be real dumb to want to fight our mom. What an idiot. Hey now. Children, behave yourselves. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, as you can see, I'm not in any shape to fight. Hung-Yi gave me a bright smile. How about sparring with these two in my place? Nima, Dawa. Prove that you've been paying attention to my lessons on defensive combat. I'll fight by myself. Don't hog all the fun. I want in too. Let's do this.
I won't retreat. I won't lose. Back off.
Ha! Okay. Wrong button. That's right.
I won't retreat. This.
Oh, she caught me, so I lost my chance.
Retreat.
Not done.
Got you now.
Woo! Gotcha. That's what a good guard impact can do. And stop. It looks like he taught you how to fight opponents who specialize in defense. Hey, wait a minute. You said you had no clue. Should have known. I was too weak. Your tricks will never work against our mother. Oh, stop being such a stubborn pig. You don't have to take after our mom there, too. Dawa. Rude. Now, Drona is a renowned warrior, but he has a bit of trouble doing anything the easy way. Hung-Yi smiled, lost for a moment in her memories. It seemed that my display of his training had reminded her of him. Then she pulled out a weapon and handed it to me. You're giving him that? Are you sure about this, Mom? That weapon's been handed down through our family for generations. I used this weapon when I fought against Drona. That's why I want you to have it. A present from me to his disciple. I hefted the weapon in my hand and found it solid, heavy. A fitting present from a woman who was once dear to my master. All right. The Gladiatrix. Let's continue. None shall forget. Let's go ahead. That's fine. It's a short trip. Wow, I just barely made it. Criminal invasion. A bandit leapt out of nowhere to block my path. I had no choice but to fight. Conditions. Your opponent's combos do more damage. Defeat your opponent. Okay. I have no clue what your style is, but by the looks of you, I would have to say Taki. Let's go ahead and start. Ah, Mitsurugi. Okay, yeah, we get. Goodbye. Okay. Arrived at destination. Let's go. Lingsheng Su, a mountain temple famous for its martial arts training, was my next destination. I was climbing Jianzishan to find it when a child's scream pierced the air. Conditions: combos do much less damage. Defeat all opponents. Oh, great. Okay. So let's see. I have 3 enemies, it looks like. A bandit that's using Voldo. A bandit that's using the Phantom Machete, which is Yoshimitsu. And another bandit with the Chrome Blade, Nightmare. Let's see what this new large Tachi I ended up picking up. Okay, bigger combo, obviously, because that's level 12 versus a level 4. 50% extra scales of Lima, or God, I freaking forgot what the scales were, but an extra 50% good. Okay, and reversal edge damage plus 15%. Okay. Oh, what level am I? I'm just short, am I? I'm just short. Oh, man. I should get that rank up probably with this. Let's go ahead and get started. Surrounded by mountains, the Lingsheng Su Temple had a long history of martial arts tradition. However, the temple had fallen into disrepair and no trace of its former glory was to be found. According to those living in a village nearby, a horrible disaster had befallen the temple a year earlier. The evil seed. For those of you that may not know, when the evil seed happened, it caused chaos throughout the region. The Lingsheng Su was hit pretty hard. Most of its monks went mad and they ended up killing each other. Helig was one of those that was also affected, but fate ended up helping him out. And he was saved, but at the cost of someone. Now, it'll probably be explained probably in the other story mode when we get around to that. Let's go ahead and continue. As I made my way up the mountain path towards the ruins, I heard the shrill cries of children in the distance. The screams came from a young girl who was desperately wielding a staff in trembling hands and a young boy. The two of them, most likely brother and sister, were being chased by what appeared to be bandits. A bandit was about to grab one of the children's arm when I intervened. Who the hell are you? You looking to get yourself killed or something? Get out of here! Next! What the hell was that? What? Woo! Get wrecked.
Good.
Oh, I made a mistake coming in with a horizontal. Get wrecked. After defeating the bandits, I turned to find the children huddled together on the ground. Concerned as to what 2 children were doing alone in these ruins, I carefully asked them to explain themselves, making sure not to intimidate them in the process. We came from the nearby village to gather some wild veggies. Not many people know about this place, so we didn't think we'll be... my bad. So we didn't think there'd be anyone around here. Our dad actually told us to stay away from Lingsheng Su Temple, but... Ow! Shh! He doesn't need to know that! It appeared as though the children hadn't told any adults they were coming here. When I urged them to hurry back to their village, the young girl became somewhat defensive. The grown-ups are just trying to scare us by telling us we'd go crazy, or that something bad would happen if we came here. It's fine. Other people come here too, you know. The young girl told me about the graves nearby. Regularly had fresh laid flowers on them. Although other people may not come to the area, this was no place for children. Oh, I messed that up. Although other people may come to the area, this was no place for children. Their being attacked by bandits was proof of that. When I pointed this out, the two agreed to return to their village. Reluctantly, admittedly, they shouldn't have been there to begin with. After seeing the children off to their village at the foot of the mountain, I decided to search for the graves they mentioned earlier. Not much time had passed before I found them. The burial site was peaceful, and the graves themselves were arranged beautifully, adorned with exquisite flowers. Though it was a mystery as to who left the flowers, I was not going to find the answer here.
Your soul surges in your body.
Let's end the expedition. And then let's open a player menu. We can finally equip that weapon we picked up. There we go. And what's change location? What was back? Alright. Jiri-san, rumors of a doujin. Hey you! You're the one that was going toe-to-toe with the official here, aren't you? That was quite the gripping performance. The man who approached me appeared to be a peddler from Korea. He described himself as an avid spectator of martial arts, traveling the land in search of famous training halls as he sold his wares along the way. I'm not really the fighting type myself, you see, which is why I have so much respect for those with power. I may not be one to judge, but you seem much stronger than the masters of the famous doujin in my hometown. Actually, that might be interesting. Why not go a few rounds with them? The merchant told me about the songs, actually. Oh, maybe I'll meet Sungmina. A family located just beyond the gates of Jiri-san, his hometown in Korea. The current master of the doujin was Hong Myung, hailed by those who knew him as a god among martial artists. His family had earned the trust of the king and were known as the greatest martial artists in the country. There's not a soul in that town who doesn't know that family. They're the best of the best. It won't be easy to beat them, but you're clearly no pushover either. So it should be a good fight. If you're up to it, head over to the Songjoin. The merchant chuckled as he bid farewell and went his way. You know what? That kind of sounds interesting, but we're going to go ahead and leave it at that for now. So at this point, I believe this is a good place to take a break. Next video, I think we'll continue on with some more side quests. It's starting to get interesting. So, like and comment on the video, subscribe for more gameplay. And with that, see ya. Peace.